How do I keep out of a bad romance? 7 top tips for staying out permanently from a toxic relationship. For many, staying out of a toxic and sometimes described bad romance for adults can be as difficult and challenging as finding and developing a healthy and positive relationship in the first place. These are some of the top reasons we keep going back to a relationship we already know isn't working well for us. Welcome to Worlds for All. In today's video, we will be supporting you to stay away from a bad romance you know isn't working for you by providing 7 top tips. Please remember to like, share and subscribe to our channel, and remember, do leave comments, but we don't have time to respond, but we certainly read all of them, and any suggestions you may have to help us improve our channel. Let's jump right in. So, why do we keep going back to a toxic relationship? One reason could be the fear of being alone or the fear of the unknown. Another reason could be the comfort of the familiar, even if it's not healthy. It could also be the belief that we can change the other person, or the belief that we don't deserve anything better. But the truth is, staying in a toxic relationship can do more harm than good. It can affect our mental health, our self-esteem, self-confidence, and our overall well-being. Tip number 1. Recognize the signs of a toxic relationship. Some of the signs could include lack of respect, manipulation, jealousy, control, and constant criticism. Once you recognize these signs, you'll be able to identify if the relationship is toxic or not. It's important to look out for these signs of a potentially bad romance early, so that you can start to take steps to protect yourself. Some of the signs of a toxic relationship may include lack of trust, controlling behavior, verbal or emotional abuse, criticism and blaming, isolation from friends and family, intimidation or threats, manipulation, gaslighting. If you're experiencing any of these signs in your relationship, it's important to take action and seek help. Tip number 2. Trust your intuition. Your intuition is your inner voice that tells you if something feels right or wrong. If you have a feeling that something is off, trust it. Your intuition could be the key to protecting yourself from a toxic relationship. You can practice listening to your intuition by taking time to be quiet and reflective, and by paying attention to your physical sensations and emotions. Remember, your emotions are trying to tell you something, and they're usually always right. Tip number 3. Set boundaries. Boundaries are essential in any relationship, and they're even more important in toxic relationships. It's important to communicate your boundaries clearly and stick to them. If your boundaries are not respected, it's a sign that the relationship is not healthy. Some examples of personal boundaries you can set in a relationship, and right from the start, may include personal space and alone time, respectful communication at all times, sharing responsibilities, no abusive behavior, zero tolerance here, honesty and transparency. Setting and enforcing your boundaries may be difficult at first, but it's important to remember that you have the right to protect yourself and your well-being, and keep practicing these tips. Tip number 4. Take responsibility for your own happiness. Don't rely on someone else to make you happy. Focus on your own well-being and happiness. Pursue your passions, hobbies, and interests, certainly together, but do pursue your own separate passions and interests. This will not only make you happier, but it will also help you to feel more balanced and grounded. By focusing on your own happiness, you'll also be less likely to settle for a toxic relationship out of fear of being alone. Tip number 5. Surround yourself with positive people. Surrounding yourself with positive and supportive people can help you stay away from toxic relationships. These people will uplift you, encourage you, and support you in your journey towards a healthier and happier life. Some ways to meet positive people include joining clubs or groups, volunteering, or taking classes. Or sign up for an online counseling or therapy session. Tip number 6. Practice self-love and self-care. Self-love and self-care are crucial in any relationship. It's important to prioritize your own needs and take care of yourself physically, emotionally, and mentally. Some ways to practice self-love and self-care include practicing gratitude daily, engaging in physical activity daily, even if it's just walking, eating healthy foods, engaging in daily hobbies and interests, spending time in nature, practicing mindfulness or meditation. Number 7. Let go of the past. It's important to let go of past relationships and move on. Holding on to past hurt and pain can prevent you from moving forward and finding a healthier and happier relationship. Some ways to let go of the past include forgiving yourself and others, engaging in therapy or counseling, focusing on the present moment, practicing self-compassion, letting go of resentments and grudges. By practicing these tips, you can protect yourself from toxic relationships and create a healthier and happier life for yourself and stand your ground by not returning to those bad romances that keep hurting you. Louise Hay once said, "The thoughts we choose to think are the tools we use to paint the canvas of our lives." In other words, our thoughts and beliefs shape our experiences, including our relationships. If we believe that we deserve a healthy and positive relationship, we're more likely to attract that into our lives. Eckhart Tolle once said, "The primary cause of unhappiness is never the situation but your thoughts about it." This means that our thoughts and beliefs about a relationship can affect our happiness, regardless of the situation. In conclusion, staying out of a toxic relationship or bad romance can be challenging, but it's possible. By recognizing the signs, trusting your intuition, setting clear boundaries, taking responsibility for your own happiness, surrounding yourself with positive people, practicing self-love and self-care, and letting go of the past, you can stay away from toxic relationships and attract healthier and happier relationships into your life. Please remember to like, share and subscribe to our Worlds for All channel for more content like this. Thank you for watching, and we hope these tips will help you stay away from toxic relationships and find happiness in your life. See you in our next video.